Hey everybody, we're live. It's Wednesday. I'm so glad you're here. Almost you're here. Change some things around. It's so funny because one of my friends was saying to me the other day, I watch your live videos and you're always like messing with your hair like this, you're going like this. You're always like messing with your hair like you're a Kardashian or something. I'm like, the problem is see, like this piece right there, you look in the mirror before you go on Facebook Live and then you turn on Facebook Live and you're like, ew, that's what my hair looks like. And so then you quick have to fix it so you don't look weird. It's so weird. I know. So I am so excited. Guess what today is? It's my 50th birthday. I'm so excited. Platinum birthday. I've been doing a giveaway every day up till today for my birthday. So 24 lucky people in the month of October got presents. Thanks for celebrating with me. Thanks for playing. It was really fun. I might have to do that every month. Like just not give away a present every day because, I'm not Rockefeller. But maybe every month do some sort of giveaway thing because it was really fun seeing people participate and seeing their answers on my page and that kind of thing. And that was going on my personal page. So maybe I'll do next month for November, do something about gratitude and do a giveaway here. That would be awesome because giveaways are just fun. I like them. So today what we're talking about is your environment, like how powerful your environment is. It's so interesting because one of the things that I notice when I'm coaching people is we can have amazing conversations. We talk for about an hour. My regular coaching clients, I do a weekly coaching call. We talk for an hour. They're revved up. They're psyched. They know exactly what they need to do. And then as soon as I walk away, and sometimes it doesn't happen immediately. Sometimes it just happens like in the next day or 2 or 3 days. What happens is they lose track and lose focus of what they're doing. And they don't complete some of the things that they need to do. And obviously, if what I'm committed to is people living their passion and being heroes in their life, then I want to empower them to do that, whether I'm, on their shoulder, squawking at them, kicking them in the butt, helping them get their stuff done or not. And it's interesting because it's so easy to get excited about an idea. Have you ever noticed that? Like you get inspired and you get so excited and then you go to do it and then something happens and it peters away. Well, I'm going to tell you what the secret is, why that happens. Why that happens is for 2 reasons. One, structure. You're not time blocking it. You're not structuring your life consistent, like action items wise, to do the things that you're committed to doing. So that's part of it. We're not talking about that part today. What we're talking about is your environment. So the second part of that, why people fall off the wagon, or if they have a commitment to like lose weight or workout or whatever, or maybe even you have a goal like to get a new job or something like that. The reason most people, the biggest reason, even more than structure, that people fall off their goal and just forget about it or let it drift away, fall out of the mode of making it happen, is because of your environment. And so when I'm talking about environment, I'm talking about literally your environment in the big sense of the word, like your house, your level of organization, your level of cleanliness, if you're on a nutritional diet, trying to eat healthy, it's your pantry. What's in your pantry? Like your environment calls you to be in the world, literally. So whatever your environment looks like, and this will be an interesting test. I know most of you are at work, but when you get home, hi Dave, it's good to see you. Happy birthday. When was it? Sunday. So your environment calls you to be. So look around your house, look around your office, look in if you work in a cubby or an office space, look at that. What does your environment actually look like? One of my favorite all-time, thanks for happy birthday, that's so nice. So one of my favorite all-time coaches said to me, and at the time I was working for a company that produced motivational seminars, and I was in a position where I was managing seminar enrollments and doing some marketing and also doing some seminar leading. And I was really, really disorganized. And he was talking to me, and I was saying, I'm struggling because I have more to do than I can get done. And I don't have enough hours in the day. And he said, when you handle your environment, you will be able to handle every single thing in your life. Because fundamentally, Your environment gives you life. So if you look around, if you walk in, for instance, I'll give you a great example. So if you walk into your house, what are the first things you see? If you walk into your house and the first thing you see is a pile of crap on the floor that you need to take care of, like, I don't know, laundry baskets, or I don't even know what it would be. Just stuff that needs to be taken care of. Shoes. So I'll tell you, that's one of the things. If you walk into my house, through the garage, the first thing you see is shoes. And it's so annoying. And then people just pile more shoes and more stuff on top of that. It calls you to a particular reaction. So when you walk into your house, what is it calling you to be? Is your house dreary? Is it drab? Is it dirty? Do you walk in and be like, oh, I hate this place? Have you gone through changes? One of the things that I tell people that have gone through recent changes, whether it be like moving or divorce or a job change, freshen up your environment. If you freshen up your environment, clean it, reset it, make it your own, it will give so much energy to your mood and your productivity and all of that. It's amazing the difference straightening up your environment can be. We don't all have money to go in and like buy all new furniture and not repaint and do all that. But literally, all you have to do is move some furniture around, clean some things up. You could spend an hour in a room and make it new. Change pictures around, but just do something that kind of kickstarts you so that you're having a brand new space to function in. Now, so that's your home. You should do that, do that in your home and look around and see. Next, what does your office space look like? Do you even have an office space? If you're somebody that's working from home, do you have a dedicated space where you can work? Not like the dining room table. Maybe you don't have a big enough house to have your own office, but do you have a desk? Do you have a table where you can work? And what is that space calling you to be? I'll tell you, my office gets really, really messy and really chaotic. Because I fold laundry in here. Besides working, I have a family and I run our family out of my office, and I also use it as a crafting space. So I have all sorts of crafting stuff like back there. And when I'm working on multiple projects, things tend to work in piles. So I always think about what this coach told me, that your environment gives you it really gives you life. It gives you being in the world. So if you look around, what is your environment calling you to be? A really great example for this, another great example is if you're working on weight loss and you're working on eating better, don't have Oreos in your pantry. Don't have Doritos. Don't have food around that doesn't nurture you and keep you on track. And people say, well, my kids eat those. No, that's BS. I know, because I've been one of those people that say that. Your kids don't eat Oreos and Doritos either. So replace them with something else. Yogurts or whatever a go-to healthy snack food is for you. But look at that too. If you're somebody that is following me, that is working on weight loss, maybe you're on the Isagenix program with me, look and see, what's your environment calling you to do in the kitchen? Our blender, because Isagenix shakes, our blender is front and center in our kitchen, because I have 2 shakes a day. I'm not going to take that thing out and put it back, take that thing out and put it back every single day. So our kitchen is designed around the habits that I do, and based around the food that I make. So that's really, really important. And I'll tell you that when a bag of chips comes into my house, I eat them. So I just don't have a bag of chips come into my house, very, very rarely, except if it's a special occasion or something. So look at what is your environment calling you to be in the world. Now, the second part of your environment, besides just your physical space, another part of your environment is your your own personal physical space. I feel much better, much prettier when I do my hair and have makeup on and am dressed nice and have jewelry on. I feel much more powerful in the world. So if you look at your personal environment, your physical environment, are you happy with how things look? Do you need to go out and get a couple pairs of new jeans or new clothes? Are your clothes old? Do you feel good in them? That's important. And again, I'm not saying go out and buy a whole new $300 wardrobe, but you could go out and buy a pair of jeans and a new shirt, and replace things like that. So how are you projecting yourself in the world? That's part of your environment. The other thing that is part of your environment, which is very interesting, is your organization level as far as your time management. I would call that, there's 2 parts of that. There's structure You know, like you can create structure around goals and that kind of thing, but it's also important that you create an organized way to manage your time. You know, if you are somebody that maybe it's not just you, it's your family, you need to have a family calendar. That's part of your environment, is how does your family interact with time and how do you manage that inside of your life? Because all of those things are very, very important. You know, it's interesting because if you look around at just even in your home, if you look at pictures that you have, you look at things on your wall, like what do they remind you of? What kinds of feelings do they give you? When you look at your clothes, what kinds of feelings do you get when you look at the clothes that you have in your closet? Are things messy? Are things disorganized? You know, what I found out of that coaching that coach gave me is that if I make sure that my environment is succinct, then I always am operating with more integrity in my life. And it's shocking about how powerful it is. You think, well, you know, and I think that that's why, like, I can't think of the Zen of like everyday life Zen or something. And it's like about simplifying your life. It's a great book. I read it probably 2 years ago. But it's all about the Zen of, I think it's called actually the Zen of tidying up, or the magic of tidying up. That's what it is. And it's all about how if you create an environment that actually is clean and simple and not chaotic, you will have a clean and simple and not chaotic life. And that is so powerful. There was a study that I read the other day that said that people who make their beds in the morning, and just so you know, I am typically not a bed maker, people who make their beds in the morning are 75% more effective than those who don't. Just because you make your bed. And I think that what that is, and I'll have you know, like in the last week, my husband and I have started making our bed just to like test it out. And there is something about walking into my bedroom with the made bed and everything is tidy. And it actually, when the bed's not made, sometimes I'll throw stuff on the floor or I'll set stuff on the bed and I won't put it away. When the bed's made, I want the whole room to look nice. So there is some truth to that. So I want you to do an experiment this week. And I want you to walk around and I want you to look at your house and I want you to say, what is my environment calling me to be? What kind of person? What do I feel like when I look at the things around my house? Do I love them? What kind of person would have these kinds of things in their house? What are the pictures reminding me of? You know, if you're somebody that has been in a relationship, or you're divorced, or, you know, you maybe just got separated or something like that, look at the pictures you have around your house. Are they reminding you of how great your past was? Because I'll tell you what, if that's true, what happens is sometimes if you're in the middle of that kind of transition is that you're focused more on the past and how you don't have that now, and it causes a lot of suffering in the present and even the future. So look at that. Look at how do I need to reboot my environment so that it is actually a reflection of who I am on the inside and the outside. So that's your challenge this week. Reboot your environment and come back and let me know. How did that go for you? What did you see out of this? What is your environment calling you to be? These are questions that like normal people don't ask. Normal people don't say, what is my environment calling me to be? Is it calling me to be sloppy? Is it calling me to be productive? Is it calling me to be comfortable? What is it calling you to be? And does that match up with who you say you are in the world? Because that is what I believe fundamental integrity is. It's having your life line up with who you say you are. And when your actions and your words and your vision line up, then that's where the magic happens. And I'm all about you having the magic happen in your life. So anyway, you guys have an amazing week. I want to hear about this. Go look around. What is your environment calling you to be? Are there things in your space you need to get rid of? And, you know, probably not next week because I have another idea for next week. But the other thing about this is there's parts of your environment that are also like your physical friends, like the people that are in your environment and the things that you're doing in your environment, the requirements. Last week we talked about that you need to say no more than you say yes. And I've been really putting that into practice this week, getting rid of some of the things that are bogging me down with regards to my time. And it has been really, really freeing. I've had a lot of excitement and release about completing some agreements and then starting some new things, or just letting there be some open white space on my calendar, which I always tell people they need to have, but I don't always follow that coaching myself. You know, coaches sometimes are like doctors. We're the worst patients. So Anyway, so look around your environment. What is it calling you to be? Maybe you have people in your life that are calling you to be a certain way, and you're not interested in that way anymore. Maybe you have people that you used to go out with and you used to drink and eat, and that's what you did, and now you don't want to do that so much anymore. So you may need to realign some of the activities that you're doing to fit who you say you are in the world. So make it an amazing week. And again, I want to hear back from you. Let me hear how this is going and what you noticed. Who is your environment calling you to be, and how can you switch that up so that you're more empowered? Make it an amazing week.